G'day YouTubers, and thank you for tuning in to today's, well, sort of different vlog today in this video. And of course, yes, I'm not yet ready to do some actual toy reviews yet, because I'm actually going to have a bit of a chit chat about some of the places I'm actually going to go to this weekend, and mainly in the form of farmland type environments, usually to do with farm animals in a sense, and of course it relates into chickens. Of course, I hate to disappoint myself throughout this weekend. I'm going to show you all the places that I've actually decided to jot down on a piece of paper, and I've actually decided to probably pass this to just a few people. This is what I've just written. Now, of course, yes, all these places, they're all farm animal type based places in a sense. You know, we've got Balsall Heath City Farm. That's the newest farm where I live, because obviously I've just moved house for under a year, I suppose. Sheldon Country Park and Old Rectory Farm, that's B26 3TU, that's free as well. It's also close to the airport as well. Atwell Farm Park, now things start to get a bit deeper as we get into much more expensive attractions. B98 and 9 DB. This is what I've been planning for Saturday the 16th of March. And obviously I want to go to more of a farmland type environment. But before that, I'm going to check the weather first, because I do know that it may seem very wet, but I'm actually very determined to go to these places because I want to try and hollow out a bit of farmland type vibes. I just want to go to these types of places because I haven't actually seen, I haven't been to other farms. Like, you know, I'll go ahead and turn around the pieces of paper. I've only just got one. Okay, so obviously I'm booking a place. I'm actually booking a place which involves like farm animals in a sense, in particular chickens for that matter. See what I did there? Okay, without being too crazy and stuff. Okay, obviously I just decided to, let me just go ahead and turn the page. There's another place here, Forge Mill Farm, that costs about £4.50. You have to book the tickets. All these involve in booking. And then you've got Woodgate Valley Country Park, which is the one that I always tend to go for. Obviously, the one I mostly go for because it's like the nearest farm alongside with Balsall City Farm, but it also involves on a bus, which for me is a bit time consuming. And Happy Fields Animal Sanctuary for free, that's also part of Conundrum, but it says no recharge, but request, there's no charging, no charging, I suppose. Sorry, it says recharge. I should have said just the word no charge, but request a donation in terms of money. So this is the place. These are all the places I've decided to go for. Okay, so as I'm turning around here, right? Balsall City Farm. Obviously, I'm struggling because I want to go to a farm this Saturday, and obviously this is what I'm trying to do. And obviously, I've got the Uber now. You know, most of these places involve with the Uber in a sense. Just to let you know, the only ones I can take, which are fairly nearby, are Balsall City Farm and Woodgate Valley Country Park. But the only one I think, there's only two places which I think, which I can get via buses in a sense. And if I type in the word bus stop, I'm just quite curious if I want to go to like various farmland type places just to see some chickens and stuff. If I'm very, I don't have to chicken myself out, but obviously, you know, somehow that's the type of thing I'm after for. So I'm just grinding my teeth here. I'm just trying to search for various bus stops which I think are very good for me in general, and obviously they take a long time. Obviously, I think the ones which I think the only one I could take is Woodgate Valley Country Park, which is the one for free because I can take two buses, because I used to live in the other side of where I used to live in Birmingham. Yeah, that's somehow very much something. And obviously these are all the different farms I've just jotting down in paper. And in fact, there's another place here I might jot down. All of these have to do with animal farms, I think. There's another place here I've actually been to, Ash End's Children Farm. Ash End's House Children Farm, I think it is. It's the House Children's Farm, I think it is. Which only costs about, the booking in general, let me just see, for what Saturday the 16th of March is going to be like. Okay, Adults, that's just about £12.50 for an adult. So I'm just writing down and jotting down those places I've decided to go for, and because it's springtime and because we're nearly coming up towards the Easter holidays, and also because I'm so desperate to make up the most for this year's Easter, at the same time I'm also doing my GCSEs. Now, there's one problem I want to tell you about Balsall Heath City Farm. Now, I'm going to go ahead and type in Balsall Heath City Farm, and I'm going to close, well, basically a lot of tabs, because I've just been stumbling across through the internet, somehow in a sense. And I'm going to type in Balsall Heath City Farm because, most importantly, I'm trying to make a video where I'm just planning to go to different farm type, animal farm type, or places that involve chickens. Maybe Smithic Pets has got some chickens in it. Maybe that could be great. Maybe the Smithic Pet Store, they've got chickens, haven't they? I don't know. It's also free, but purchasing the items is somehow a bit of a letdown, and this is what I've included. Okay, so, let me just go ahead and take a look at and another place, which they also involve in chickens. I want to do a chicken-themed trip this weekend. Romsley Country Store. Now, obviously it's another store, or another place, that is also farm related, but it also has chickens. It's for free, as well, because obviously I went to that place, but the problem is, I think it also involves a car. Maybe that's one of the biggest disadvantages about this place. And to actually prove to you, if I grab my webcam here, that I've actually been to this place, I actually went there in September of 2023, and guess what? Look, they got chickens! Yes! That's what I really want to go for this weekend. I want to see some real chickens this weekend. And thank God, if I didn't make this video, I'd be totally clucked up and completely frustrated if I didn't have the chance to go ahead and see those mummy clucking chickens without swearing on YouTube. Oh, there's a use of ducks here, blimey. And yeah, it's coming up towards Easter time, isn't it? There's more chickens involved, hey? There you go. And I might have to write down the number of the postcode, but I don't really have to, somehow. I might as well just cover this one up, and I might as well just jot down the postcode, of course, which I might go with via Uber, of course. I think it's B62 0PG. Now, I've actually noticed there's one particular thing I always think about Romsley Country Park, and the one thing I always come for is the fact that this place has got one of the cheapest bird foods of all things I come to buy in, and that's the main thing. One particular thing I always go to that store is just buy some particularly cheap and very good bird food. Like, you know, very cheap bird food. Sorry if I'm looking at... It's so funny, like, when I look at this way here, it's not like I'm chatting to you. Maybe I need to be at the blooming middle. Okay, so... I can't tell. Why the heck am I twisting my head? Okay, so obviously my eyes need to be into it. I think it's... Yeah, I'm just double checking. So don't know, I'm not doing anything rude in general. That's all I could say, eh? Anyways, okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and... Yeah, I think it's a bit better, isn't it? Sorry. Anyways, I might as well just go ahead and type in Balsall Heath City Farm. Now, this is one particular problem I've encountered with this place. Okay, so I've been having troubles to get into this place, stumbling across the most nearest farm I want to go into, because I want to go ahead and see some chickens on this weekend. I'm actually sort of thinking I want to go to Balsall Heath City Farm, man, just to see the chickens. That's all I want to see. I want to go ahead to a specific farm this weekend because I want to see some chickens. Because why the hell not would I not be able to see chickens? Okay, so here we are. This is Balsall Heath City Farm. Now, I've made a big risk of deciding to take bus 45 or bus 47 to bus 50, where the other bus stop is. I then actually walk. How do I get there? Very simply enough, I took a pedestrian crossing walk, went to the other side, went for Allison Street. Okay, let me just go ahead and show it to you very much without being too biased. Okay, so I went from here, details. Okay, I went to Allison Street and then go straight towards a 10-minute drive. But look at this, here it gets very deep. This becomes very dangerous. Now, if I go towards here, and thank God, I'd like to say thank you so much with the animation that I made, guys. I'm so glad with the amazing responses to that animation. That was really impressive. So, I might try and do the animation appraisal, maybe if I have some time in another video, but I'm still busy because I'm searching for places that involve chickens this weekend. And there you go. This pathway looks very safe, but it's only, well, it's not really that safe. It's only when you come to this railway bridge. Now, there's a problem here. Now, I made a video about Balsall Heath City Farm, and here's one problem. Now, notice these pavements here? They're just too narrow for a single person to cross at that section here. It's just too narrow. Now, what that actually means is that a car may potentially hit that person and make that person die, or potentially the person who's driving and the passengers who are on board of the car would also die too as well. That's my only gut feeling about this. And I know I'm correct here because of just how narrow it is and very dangerous it is. And, you know, a car will just blast its horn. It's only a one-way road. It's like a one-lane road. It's not a one-way road here. Now, you've got these two sections here. There's one via here, and there's another over there for whoever's car is about to go through. Now, I think this is a bit of a headache, of course, because if I take a look at all the other sections of that pathway, there's no way I'm going to get to the farm very safely. I mean, look at this. It's the same bridge, it's the same bridge, and it's the same bridge, and it just becomes very impossible. I mean, look at this. I mean, how the hell am I going to go to these places which involves in like a chicken farm when you've got these bridges? Now, that's not very fair. And also the fact that those buses here aren't really connected to that place. You know, that's just not fair. I mean, I'm really sorry I have to rant here. I'm sorry, but obviously, because look how very unsafe this is. And the fact you have to dismount the bus and get away. And also there's quite a lot of cram-packed cars, which makes it very treacherous and difficult to traverse through from the bus stop. It just makes it very deadly and very detrimentally dangerous. So, you either take a gamble on this, or you either forfeit and just pick a different place. Because I'm sure that, you know, I can just bank on the fact that if I would have used an Uber, it would have actually wasted so much time. Then I really need to just go ahead and buy resources and stuff. And, you know, with all the things I've just said, I feel like that's it. You know, of course, yes, you know, so if I want to go into like a chicken farm or any animal farms in general throughout this weekend, like, you know, Saturday the 16th of March, well, sadly, you got to strip off your emotions. And that's like general life advice, because it's like, for example, if you want to come and buy a house, you got to pretty much strip off your emotions, because what emotions do is that it makes you something that is like a person like you would just do something that you would normally not do. And that's what I'm just telling you guys, and ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I'm just doing it in a very serious fashion without being too rude on YouTube, and nothing too contradictory about it. It's just that I'm just banking on the fact that, you know, well, not really banking on the fact though, obviously, but, you know, Uber is banking on, you know, whatever places I'm going to this weekend, and, you know, Uber is banking on the fact that I have to spend far much more money on going to these places than what I really need to. And, of course, yes, I would rather spend, you know, my time with just grabbing a flipping, you know, concessionary bus pass right at the background, which you can't see it, but it's like hanging on the door. I would have done that, but hey, I would have saved money by just going to, like, let's just say Woodgate Valley Country Park for free. That would have been so simple, but, you know, I just don't know which farm, chicken, animal type farm place thingy I want to go to. Well, maybe you can help me. Maybe other people can help me too. Along the way, or just like the safest place I want to go to, without making a big kerfuffle here, like strike 1 and strike 2, and That's it, like a thumbs down, and then strike 3, and then I'm banned and out. Apart from just going to college and doing my GCSEs. Anyways, I think that's probably about that in this video. I had to come along and do a bit of a chit chat because my dad is working this weekend, and it's just not fair. I mean, what can I do whenever I'm, while doing GCSEs, I'm still planning which farm type area I want to go to. Like, where the hell do I want to go to? Like a very, in which farm like type area? I just want to go to like, a chicken farm. Like that, okay? This really creeps me out. Anyways, sorry I had to run out and let out a bit of steam just to make out the most for what I might look forward to this weekend, but I might pass this down and see what the other people downstairs would probably think about. So if you really enjoyed this video, please give this video a like, subscribe for more videos in the future, and I have to get busy because I need to make some toys and continue with my GCSEs tomorrow and also tonight. As always, without clacking about with all of this chicken madness, man, it feels so weird. Anyways, as always, thanks so much for watching, and goodbye for now, without clacking about. And there's a very great big giant construction vehicle at the end of this video. Look how massive this thing is. Look at the tires on that thing. Wow. I mean, this vehicle is very responsible for the roadworks and stuff. Oh, that travel. Oh, look at that thing. It's a massive vehicle. Should have took some really good shots of it, but hey, I think that's about it. Okay, bye now.